Oh my god.
Happy birthday!
Thank you! This is so cute. Oh my gosh, these balls are so festive.
So good. Oh, we're rolling?
I guess Chris decided we were rolling.
You were being cute.
Oh no, it's...
Wait, this doesn't have to be that episode. I'll take one, sorry. I left my slate in the car.
Hello and welcome to Ryland's birthday special.
Oh my gosh, it's a lot of birthdays in May. I did walk into this and Lizzie and Chris had done it up just like this for me. I feel so special.
He's the birthday gay.
I feel like I am at Gay Pride a little bit more than I'm at my birthday party. And I don't know if I signed up to be like the gay leader, but I'll take that on for all of you this time. No, it's very cute and I'm shocked, honestly.
Yeah, I've been holding this in for a little bit and I started combusting.
And when we were walking outside in the garage, she goes, ah! And I was like, what?
Because I'm really not good at this shit, you guys.
I know. And she's been asking me, so my birthday's this upcoming weekend. And she goes, can I kidnap you on your birthday? And I was like, Lizzie, I don't know what that means. And she goes, exactly what I said. Can I kidnap you on your birthday?
Because I was just going to straight up fucking snatch you.
Well, I was like
rip you off the streets and take you somewhere. But then I realized that might be more fun for me than it would be for you. And I didn't want to ruin your birthday.
Well, and that's the thing. I didn't know how long this endeavor would last.
And then 5 hours.
You said 5 hours. I said, no, then you can't do that on my actual birthday because I don't know what it is. And no. So we settled on Sunday, the day after. But what is it?
Don't do that to me. Are you joking?
Am I going to like it?
I think so.
I'm not good with surprises, quite honestly.
I asked Shane.
And?
He said you'd like it.
I asked him if he knew, and he just turned away from me.
He played it cool?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he didn't tell me.
Did you know that he knows something?
Well, I said, did she tell you? And he said, yeah.
Ugh.
And then he walked away.
Good for him. I couldn't have. If Joe asked me something, I'd be like, these are all the words you need to know. But yeah, I'm going to get you on Sunday. You can tell me when.
Okay.
Earlier is better.
Okay. So it's something that isn't time specific.
Yeah, earlier is better. You're going to want to wear
5 hours.
sunscreen. You're going to want a hat.
Oh my gosh. Is it a long car ride?
If it is, who cares?
Okay. We'll have so much fun together.
I was also thinking, do I keep you blindfolded for the entire car ride?
Oh my gosh.
Because you might get sick.
And it's just you and I, right? Don't throw in a loop-de-doop.
No, it's just you and I.
Okay. I don't like that many people, so...
Honestly, Shane was like, I don't want to come.
You invited him?
Of course I invited him.
And if he doesn't want to go to anything, he doesn't...
No, this is definitely not his bag. I knew for a fact this was not his bag.
All right.
But he's
Here
your
we
husband, so.
So what's going on with Chris? Lizzie was like, Chris has a huge, big story for all of us.
Oh yeah, Chris has a tale to tell.
Oh.
How was your weekend, Chris?
It was interesting.
Why was it interesting?
I think you need to treat Chris with the utmost respect this week.
I am. I literally said Chris has something to say.
Okay.
I'm advocating for our boy here.
Well, I was just telling Lizzie a story that happened a day or two ago where we were out at an event selling barbecue, and then a whole thing ended up happening where the person refused to pay us.
So basically what happened, they were hired to come sell barbecue at this event. They are leaving and they're like, all right, where's our money? Pay us. And the guy goes...
He says, he keeps giving us the runaround, and he keeps saying, oh, in a minute, I'm waiting on transfer, all this, all that. And then he ends up trying to leave, but he can't find his keys. And at one point, someone's like, oh, there's someone with a gun outside the event. And turns out the person with the gun outside the event was also trying to get their money from this guy and was owed a lot of money and wasn't getting it. So their friend, who was very mad, showed up with a gun to get their money. Wow. And then they were kicked out. We found this out much later on, though. But and we were trying to get our money.
So the people that were eating the barbecue were eating for free because somebody had paid you guys.
Yeah.
There was a package thing, a VIP, there's section, and if you're in the VIP section, you didn't have to pay up front because we were getting a lump sum, a agreed upon amount of money. Yeah. As long as we covered so many people or whatever, or up to so many people. And we did. We covered all the people we agreed on.
And did you get paid?
No.
And he stays up all night making this meat.
Wait, and
he put so much work into this. His friend was like, "This is insane," and we were like, "We got to get paid." So we confronted the guy.
Yeah.
And he ended up calling the police because we're standing there talking. We're like upset. And we're like, guy, like we don't want issues. We just want the money. Like we worked so hard. And then like we straight up see a light shine down from the sky, from the heavens. And it's like this helicopter. And
like
I feel
a
like
police presence.
I feel like I'm in Grand Theft Auto. Like 15 cops show up and they're like, what's going on? And
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
somebody had said they brought a gun.
so yeah, the dude called the police and said we're holding him at gunpoint, like threatening his life for money, and we're saying we're gonna take him to a hotel room and stuff. It was a whole insane thing.
I told you Chris had a story.
Oh my God.
Talk about some hot goss.
We should have put a camera on him. I didn't
I
know
know.
this
I was thinking that the whole time. I didn't know how to. I was panicking with the decorations. I really floundered on that element. There's a few things going on today.
stupid.
But you know, now he's out like a lot of like he put a lot of money into that. And
But so then the cops just said like, what was their
They
decision?
said boys will be boys.
They
Play
were-
nice.
the cops actually really ended up being really nice and really on our side. They were like, oh, we can very much see that you were screwed over and this sucks, but like there's absolutely nothing legally we can do about it.
Because you didn't have a contract or something, like a written
Yeah.
agreement.
You didn't have a
Yes,
contract?
we had just texts and
I mean,
stuff.
technically, an oral agreement is binding in California, and you can take this bitch to small claims court.
I think we have to, but he's from Arizona. I don't think we're ever gonna see him again.
Oh
Wow,
my
yeah.
gosh. So you're out the money of the meat the whole day,
But
all the labor.
Yes.
But the story, think of the story, Ryland.
Well, only we're benefiting from the story as entertainment for everyone else.
But he did it to everyone. Like there's many,
Yeah.
many people we found out later.
Wow,
on
and
who
that's
are-
how you run an event. That's how you do it, ladies.
How does he, but if he's from Arizona, why is he throwing an event? How does he even know enough people here?
Well,
that
he just
don't know
finds
he's a
strangers that
scammer?
don't know he's a scammer, like Chris
Yeah.
and
I
fucking.
know, and then he travels all his friends. He's like, this city doesn't know I'm a scammer yet.
Yeah.
Everyone pile into what, Bakersfield?
we're going to Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's like he didn't even have the event space. People just showed up, and the city was like, I guess we forgot about this. Yo, should we host an event?
Yeah, he got a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
How much did you spend on the barbecue? Like $1,000 more?
Oh, more like 3 probably.
Plus, like, their time, I mean, plus what they would have made.
Yeah, but they just love doing it.
This is his livelihood.
I'm joking.
Wow.
It's a fucking nightmare.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm sweating too.
So I finally stopped barfing.
You did?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, no. My barf session really only lasted. So immediately after last week's podcast, like an hour later, I barfed more than I've ever barfed in my entire life. It's just like
But you looked so good.
couldn't stop. Yeah, I sent Lizzie a photo, and she's like, "Honestly, you've never looked hotter in your life." But then. So I was only violently sick that night. I woke up the next day still unwell. And the problem with like a stomach bug is you can't eat, and then you also can't consume the caffeine that I'm addicted to.
So then you have a
Then
headache.
you get a freaking crazy migraine. So I have a migraine and I can't move because it's your stomach. So like every time you move, but then magically at noon the next day, I like was almost 100% better out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I came to the conclusion it must have just been something I had eaten.
Yeah.
But then,
I mean, you also had a fever.
did I? How can we confirm that?
Because when I asked you if you had a fever, you said, no, I'm literally freezing. And being freezing in like a normal temperature environment means you have a fever. The chills are an indication of a fever.
Oh. Because I was like touching my head. I'm like, I don't know. I can't
You
tell.
wouldn't know
I'm
because
so
your whole
cold.
body's burning up. And if you're so cold, you have a fucking fever.
I asked Shane and he didn't know either. So here we
I
are.
hope to God.
But then I woke up and I had a huge, like the biggest crater on my forehead I had ever had in my
Yeah.
life. And I thought, wow, what a week for me to be alive. But days later, it never went away. And it was like a big pussed up thing. Like the circumference of it was huge. And I was FaceTiming with my mom and she goes, oh no, that's a spider bite. And then I went closer and you could see like 2 prongs, which like it
you
was,
had a fucking spider bite?
okay, I'm allegedly, or it could be a mosquito. Who knows?
Why are you
So
like
then-
defending this spider in the public
well,
eye?
listen, then because Shane didn't get what I had gotten. Like he also had like diarrhea, but it wasn't.
That's the norm,
it's-
right?
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
Lizzie's all day.
I
every day.
identify.
And so I was like, oh, we're fine. But then my mom goes, oh, it could have been the spider. And I looked it up, and black widows, if they bite you, all of the same symptoms of a stomach bug can happen from a spider bite.
Dude, and Chris had seen that juicy fucking spider up in this bitch.
And then 5 days later, Shane had gotten what I got. Like Friday. I had this Monday night.
Did you search his body for spider bites?
And then Friday, he got it. So now I'm thinking either what I got was a stomach bug, and I'm so sorry. You
right,
are
but
all
I
coming
never
down
got
with
it, and I literally felt your breath cross my lips.
So do you think only because Shane and I have sex, maybe? But
No,
it didn't happen for 5 days. Like, that's a long period of incubation.
That's a gestation period
And
if I ever heard one.
I would have had to have it
Did you search his
before.
body for bites?
No, but then I was thinking,
You gotta pry those butt cheeks apart and look for bites.
what if there's a black widow living in our bed?
No, there's for sure a black widow living in your bed. You live on a fucking black widow nest.
And now I'm just spiraling about
in what's it called? Rattlesnake country.
what it could be, and I keep thinking, now are we just going to keep giving it back and forth to each other? Is it never going to end?
No, it'll end. And you guys will leave the spiders because you're going back to Colorado,
Yeah, but
where there's no spiders.
no spider.
Not a single spider in Colorado.
None at all.
Safe space.
But I'm better. I don't think there's obviously worse things than a stomach bug, but like in terms of common colds, a stomach bug is.
Oh, it's not cool. The last time I had a stomach bug and was vomiting, I called my mom at 2:00 in the morning because I was like, I'm fucking dying. It's like I'm a 30-year-old woman calling my mom crying from the toilet.
Me too. And there's nothing you can do. Like, and nobody can help you. Like,
No.
Shane's like, how can I help? I'm like, you can't, because I can't even move. I can't even sit here without being in physical pain. So it was an awful 12 hours, but here we are to live another day.
Not to be sick, but I also love the attention of a stomach bug. When I was little, my godmom used to just set up newspapers around the bed and just let me like dramatically puke wherever I wanted.
Oh.
That's love.
See, I made sure to make it to the toilet. And then Shane, for some reason, when he was throwing up, he took the garbage was kind of full. So he took the bag out and threw up in the trash can. Love him so much. I'll do anything for him. But I was like, oh,
No,
we
you gotta
couldn't have
clean the
thrown
trash
up in the
can.
bag. So and then I'm
Yeah.
like hauling the trash can outside, hosing it and Lysoling it out. I'm like, good thing I love him.
We're getting too detailed. We're getting too detailed here.
Sorry if you're eating your lunch with us.
Oh no, like I mean, I'm not eating my lunch with you, and I'm sick.
We both started our birthday weeks off hard.
Oh yeah, we did.
You know?
Yeah, we did. I broke
So-
my neck.
Getting old is not easy.
No, it's very hard. So respect your elders because they're going through some shit.
Yeah, and I'm
For sure.
I think I'm going to be 31. So, yeah, that's me.
What do you mean you think?
Well, I need to verify. I need to like count back the years to make sure.
Are you joking?
No, kind of. Like sometimes doesn't it take you a second to remember how old you are? And then if I really start thinking about age, I get real fucked up in the head because I'm like, well,
Time flies.
yeah,
I'm going to be 60 so soon.
so soon.
So soon. No, I never forget my age because I'm a narcissist and I literally equate all points of other people's lives to my own personal age at that time.
You know, though, you're really in line with the rest of America because, yes, your score seemed high, but it was only like a point higher than the average person that took the test.
We all know I fucking lied because we did it on air. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, do you want to talk about something serious or do you want to talk about your beef with Kylie's Met Gala vlog?
Did you see it? Did you see Kylie's Met? There's so much more going on with Kylie besides this Met Gala vlog, which is like her
And nothing at all.
Well, her and Travis are like public on Instagram again, like lovey-dovey and shit.
Well, yeah, she just had to wait a beat.
No, they were broken up.
Were they?
Yes. They were broken up.
In regards to what?
Into
Because-
a romantic relationship, they were donezo.
Right prior to what the tragedy that had happened with Travis.
No, like
they
well
had,
before that, they had separated.
But they had a magazine come out like during that time where they were like flaunting their love together.
Not really.
Okay. I mean, I don't.
I heard there was some speculation of people that were on that set that the two of them didn't even speak to each other while they were doing it.
So they're gonna sell their love and hate each other?
I don't think they were selling their love. I think they were modeling, honestly. I don't think that was about their love affair. I think they were modeling.
It was the
I could be
three
wrong.
of them. It was them with their child.
Yeah, because they're great co-parents and they love Stormy and they love being parents together, but I don't think they were together at that time as a romantic entity, and I don't think they were romantic when the baby formerly known as Wolf was.
Okay. So, okay, we don't know.
Anyways, they're back, maybe.
Yeah, they're
but
working
did you
it
see the
out on a
video?
$35,000 a night vacation rental. So hopefully things
you
will
looked at
pan
the
out.
price?
It
You always
came
look
up.
at
No,
these
it
bitches'
came out
prices.
on my. I think Instagram just knows me so well because they fed that to me. It was like an icon. You know what they do with the houses on Instagram? It's like the mansion and then like a cutout of the two of them, and it said it runs 35 to 40 grand a night, full service, like the whole gamut.
Should we go?
Yeah, well, let's get right on it.
let's write it off.
I'm sure the $100,000 they paid in their private jet costs to get there. So
I'll fly coach. I'm not opposed to that.
okay, so what's the actual story?
Did you see the fucking Met Gala vlog? Did either of you see it?
Yes, I skimmed through it.
So
not much
nothing.
happens in
So
any of those.
nothing.
I tried skimming a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference is Kylie Jenner's was produced for her channel. It wasn't like a Vogue video.
No.
And a lot of these celebrities
There's
now
like
are doing that.
It's a 9-minute video and there's 15 minutes of credits.
Yes, OBB.
Like what the fuck? What's OBB?
So that's why there's 15
What does OBB
minutes of
stand
credits.
for?
Like, oh shoot, I don't know what it stands for.
What is it about?
Chris can look it up for us. Well, they're just a production company. I think his name's Daniel Ratner, but he somehow got in bed with all of these YouTubers, and I think it started with YouTube Originals when they were doing like the docuseries with Demi Lovato and Justin Bieber.
Okay.
He was the production company that did that, and from there he got on to producing Hailey Bieber's YouTube channel.
I mean, Hailey Bieber does shit on her channel. This Kylie video, like she gave as much
What do
in
you
her. No, Hailey talks on her show and she has little fucking bits and she's like cooking in her bathroom and making
Right.
mac and cheese and being silly.
Well, same production company. He does all these.
Well, I'm saying there's something to
celebrity YouTube
produce.
channels.
There's something to produce there. They have camera angles. They have a concept. They have a show.
Well, what are you expecting? Kylie doesn't even give anything on the actual Kardashians. It's like,
no, I know, but it's just like this is your own channel, girly.
what, Chris?
OBB stands for Original Big Bold, founded in 2016 by Michael D. Ratner.
Oh, not Daniel Ratner. Michael
I was gonna
Ratner.
say, isn't Daniel Ratner like a bad person?
I don't
Look
know.
up Dan Ratner. He's not even a person. I'm so stupid. I just ruined Dan Ratner's life.
But a lot of these, yeah, I mean, a lot of them have. There was very few of the Met Gala videos that like the celebrity was serving anything.
Yeah, except for the Kravis one.
I didn't see that.
I sent you the TikTok of Courtney and Travis.
Oh,
Courtney's wearing, like, everyone's like, what the fuck is this? Like, at the Met Gala, Courtney's like, oh, this isn't on theme. Like, does it look on theme? And it's just like, that was a Vogue one, right? In their Vogue YouTube Get Ready With Me, Travis is like, at first, like, I didn't get it. I'm like, shouldn't I look a little fucked up too? And then I, like, realized you're like, oh, like, no, Courtney looks fucked up. And I don't. It's like a boom, a light went on. He literally said like that.
okay. What did you find?
The only thing that came up for Dan Ratner was a Dr. Dan Ratner.
What's he do? What kind
He's
of
an
doctor?
experienced psychologist and podcaster specializing in the treatment of chronic pain and TMS patients.
We need
Oh my
him.
God, that's me. Get
Right.
Dan Ratner on the phone.
As we age, we need this man as a podcast guest.
Dan, help! Help!
Sydney Sweeney's, which we didn't see her look when we were recording the episode,
Right.
I thought was fabulous.
She's cute.
But she actually did give because she was so excited to go, and
Yeah.
she really did. You got to see the whole journey with her, and she was FaceTiming everyone. So I thought hers was the best of the ones that I consumed.
Of the Vogues.
So that's that. Somebody was over here the other day, and I kept walking outside. Like we were in and
Who was
out of
over
the
here?
house. The guy that helps me make fixes to that, changes to the
Oh, okay,
house.
okay.
And we kept walking in and out of the house, and I kept sneezing every time I would encounter the sun. And he's like, what is that? And I was like,
You're like, it's a psychological issue that I suffer from.
well, I was like, no, it's a sun sneeze. You don't sun sneeze? Like you never walk into the sun and sneeze? And he was like, never in my entire life.
No, but people in the comment sections have.
I know, and that's why I thought, because I thought
But I thought you were crazy too.
I thought we had put this conversation to bed.
Yes.
But it turns out, like, I thought we had just agreed upon that it's a rational thing to have happen.
I mean, I wouldn't say the word is rational.
I just don't know. Like, it's
It happens to more than just you.
it's innate in my body when I go outside to look towards the sun and sneeze.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at the sun, it's not like
Most people don't look directly at the sun.
it's not like a swallowing air to burp. It's like it forces an authentic sneeze. The sensation of sneezing when you see the sun is called photic sneeze reflex.
So you've got a photic sneeze reflex.
It means light. So it literally means that the reflex that makes the light causes a sneeze. Some scientists have given it another name. So Shane and I both have this. So that's why I think it's weird when somebody doesn't have it. And
I don't have it.
It's the most satisfying thing ever. Like, I love it so much.
I used to take a back massager and put it to my nose to make myself sneeze.
See, so you're missing
This
out.
article says 10 to 30% of people have it. So not a lot of people.
No, you're special. Also, Google how close a sneeze is to an orgasm, Chris.
Okay. I bet it's similar to like the sensation of peeing when you have to pee real bad. They say that's like a fraction of an orgasm.
Yeah. Oh my God. I held my pee this is so boring. I held my pee so long the other day that I got stomach cramps to the point of which I couldn't move without screaming. And I was like, oh my God, I finally did it. I'm like rowing euphoria. Like, this is depression. This is real. And then I just keep trying to remind myself, like, you're not depressed. You're just sad. There's a difference.
I was going to ask why you're sad, but we don't need to get into it. Not unless you want to.
You're like, I'd be sad too. Your life, I figured it out.
Well, I know. But...
No, I know. It's just funny the way that it played out.
Okay, well, we have some ads and we'll be right back. Get what you want right now and right to your door with DoorDash. Maybe you forgot that key ingredient to dinner, or you're at work and have to power through to get a deadline. There's nothing better than knowing you can open your phone and get whatever you need. Along with the restaurants you love, you can now get groceries and other essential items delivered with DoorDash. You can get drinks, snacks, and other household items in under an hour. With over 300,000 partners, you can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from your national favorite restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, and even Cheesecake Factory. Ordering is easy and your items will be left safely outside your door when you choose contactless delivery drop-off. For a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and zero delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code SIP. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and zero delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code SIP. Don't forget that's code SIP for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change, terms apply. Today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. There's nothing worse than not having a coupon, and Honey is a free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart at checkout. Imagine you're scouring one of your favorite sites and the Honey icon pops up like a little gift from heaven. You click it, Honey will apply any coupons that are applicable, and you'll watch as your prices drop. I recently got my mom some flowers for Mother's Day, and upon checkout, I saved $13 on my order of 2 bouquets. Fabulous. And all because I had Honey installed. Honey doesn't just work on your desktop, it also works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on savings, and by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and also supporting this show. We'd never recommend something we don't use, so get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/sip. That's joinhoney.com/sip. And we're back.
Chris?
Yes. Oh, sorry. My brain stopped working. There's a lot of debate on the sneeze orgasm thing, but this one doctor basically said that there's no similarity.
Oh.
Is what this one doctor said.
Then why do I come a little bit every time I sneeze? Why does it make me so wet?
Why do I walk outside to fucking sneeze? All right.
Well, speaking of sex. So, I mean, I personally would feel remiss if we didn't touch upon the topic of the leak of the Roe v. Wade decision in the Supreme Court. Mm-hmm. And, more than anything, I kind of feel a little bit nervous talking about it because it's such a hot button issue. And my whole philosophy, and one of the reasons why I love America so much, because I really do, I love this fucking country.
Right.
Is liberty. It's our liberties. My liberty does not extend to your body. Your liberty does not extend to my body. And that's what I think is so important and valuable about our country and the initial, value behind the Bill of Rights and the Constitution to protect those liberties.
Yeah.
And even though when the Constitution was written, not every single person in America enjoyed the same liberties, we've fought for centuries for those civil liberties to be extended to everybody.
Right.
And I think not only is a woman's right to choose something that should be protected, but also other people's right to not elect to have this procedure done should also be protected. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I just don't think it's anyone's business to be making decisions for anyone about
Exactly.
their own lives or the way that they choose to live their lives. And I think it's deeply personal for everyone, no matter what decision they're
Yeah.
making. But to just throw it down on anyone.
and you know, another thing I'd like to say is if you're so passionate about protecting the life of an unborn child, I think that there are other ways to protect that life besides taking over or diminishing another person's bodily autonomy and liberty. And that comes with sexual education, you know, making contraceptive more readily available. There are so many fucking things that you can do to help protect the life of an unborn child before stripping a woman of her right to choose. There are so many fucking things you can do. And I really, you know, I have friends who are pro-life. And I, for not 1 second, am ever going to try to convince you otherwise that is your right to feel that way. And I'm also never, like, in the same way, I wish that could come hand in hand with a woman who has to make the super fucking hard choice to choose to have an abortion.
Yeah.
Because nobody fucking skips into an abortion.
And it's hard because half of the population aren't women. So like it's hard for
they're men who have benefited from an abortion. More women have had abortions than ever publicized, because even in 2022, the stigma of having one is so strong that a woman walks out of it with so much fucking shame that she can't share it with other people. And it's, you know, it breaks my heart. It's not something that anybody does like comfortably or joyously. It's a fucking devastating affair for everyone involved.
Yeah.
It's a hard fucking choice to make. The bottom line is our country has tried prohibition. Abortion was illegal. Women still got abortions. Just more women died because of the back alley abortions that they were getting because they were not safe.
That should be the end all be all. Is it's not, if somebody is set on that is the best choice for the position they're at, they're not going to not do it. So it's only going to make things just more dangerous, more difficult, and more scary.
And here's where I think that party politics really plays like a nasty fucking hand. It's like, you know, the same is true about all prohibition and always has been. This is an experiment we've tried over and over. We tried to prohibit alcohol. People kept drinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People found a way to drink. Drugs are illegal. How many fucking drug addicts are on the streets these days? To the same degree that it's like, you know, I'm not big on guns. In fact, I'm fucking scared of guns. I'm so afraid of a gun that I can't even hold a gun in a shooting range without having a fucking panic attack.
Right.
I don't like them. But here's the deal. The second we make guns illegal, the only people who are going to have guns are people who don't mind breaking the fucking law. And that's where it becomes like such a fucking frustrating thing, because just to bring it full circle back to my whole thing of like, I love this country because I love liberty. We need to stop dictating what is and what isn't for every person and just respect the core value of our country, which is that my liberty doesn't move past my body and yours doesn't move past yours.
And I think that should be is everyone should be able to make the best informed decision for themselves. And I shouldn't, I'm not mad about how either of you choose to live your lives in any regard. So why should I choose if you are pregnant or not?
Yeah, it's just not my business.
No.
It's just not my business. And it's easy to say that in California, where guaranteed I'm not going to lose my right to choose.
Yeah, but
And it's very upsetting. And then, the last thing, sorry, I wrote something because I'm very nervous talking about this publicly, but I just want to say, if you're not happy with the America you're living in, you live in an America where you can be the change you want to see in this country. I think it is so fucked that people just say, I'm exiting the country. Make it better. It's like what JFK used to say, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
And you can do it. You know, it's like, it's not unheard of to do. It's been done. So go fucking get them. And I feel, you know.
I don't know enough about everything that's going on. I can't, why the leak? Why? The
leak is very concerning.
It's so suspicious.
It's a sus-ass time for a leak like this. And it's so frustrating and hard to get lit up about something that's not an official thing yet, but it's like.
And so did somebody leak it in hopes that the reaction would cause
it's suspiciously
happen?
Close to midterm elections, but leaking a Supreme Court ruling is not going to change the Supreme Court ruling. That's why that the court is established the way that it is, so that it's not that they're ruled by the country majority opinion, but ruled by what they believe the Constitution means for its people's rights. Wait a second. Do we just jump into some iced tea?
Yes,
Should we talk about how Ryan Reynolds was on The Masked Singer in Korea? Because what the fuck? That's the only way. It's the only way to segue, right? When Ryan Reynolds did The Masked Singer in fucking Korea so that we could segue out of this topic.
And what does that even mean?
Did you see the TikTok I sent you?
Yeah, I mean, I was so bored.
Dude's got pipes.
I watched for 2.5
can
seconds.
Sing. Oh,
and
that's all you need.
It wasn't for me, but I just thought, why is he doing this? And why isn't
he did it for us to segue out of a hot.
But like, what's going on? Is he there for a movie or what? Like, what did he fly to South Korea to be on The Masked Singer? You got no other context?
No, I just loved it. I just loved it.
Is it even real? Like, how do you know it wasn't the American one?
Did you hear that voice?
No.
Oh, of course that's not the American one.
Well, you're gonna get us copywritten. You're gonna get us copywritten.
No, there's no way.
There's a very big way.
For that long of a TikTok?
Yeah.
Of The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow?
Of course, yeah.
In Korean, sung by Ryan Reynolds?
It's not in Korean.
Well, it was in Korea.
I just need some context. Like, why was he there?
That's why it's so epic. There is no fucking context, bro. That's why it's everything to me.
Wow.
That's like the sim gods being like, you know what? You've been having a hard time.
Oh my God.
Your government trying to get in your reproductive rights? Here, enjoy some Ryan Reynolds doing some Masked Singer.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
But yeah, that's literally all I had on that.
All right, did you want to go into, where do you want to go next?
Oh, we could just take it back from the top.
You had Dave Chappelle. Is this old news by now?
Yeah,
though?
but it's iced tea. That's all we do here. But I was rewatched. So Dave Chappelle was participating in the Netflix Isn't Funny
It's a joke.
show. Oh, Netflix is a joke. The Netflix is parallel to humor, but in the opposite direction, which would be non-so. Right?
I don't know.
Anyways, he was in the Netflix is a joke special, and he's standing on stage and he starts his thing, and some fucking guy jumps up on stage and fucking rushes him. And apparently the guy had a fake gun with a blade attached to the tip of it, and the dude got his shit rocked.
As he should. I mean, there's no, and I didn't see personally any backlash for his team or security acting in such a manner that really did mess up that guy.
Here's what I'm wondering. Because I know that security did help out, but I've also heard that Chappelle rolls with like 30 of his friends, just like a mob of his homies. And I saw some video of a big group of people surrounding this guy who were just like Chappelle's dudes, mollywopping him.
I mean, after what had happened and to be performing in, I don't even like going to concerts or festivals for the fear of what could happen, and being the performer in a crowd of hundreds, if not thousands. It's just so scary.
Yeah.
And having something like this happen, I honestly don't know how artists, performers, and comedians feel comfortable moving forward
at all
in a way that, I mean, unless there's the utmost security at the door.
Yeah.
20 bodyguards surrounding you.
A fucking SWAT team in front of the stage. Like,
it's mind-blowing, and it's sad that we've come to a place where it has to be this scary to go to a live event.
Do you remember when live events, like, all they had to worry about was someone deciding to get naked and run across the stage?
Which, how incredible.
Like, can we go back to streaking? Like, can we just take it back? Like, maybe I'm nostalgic or homesick for another era, but why can't we just be like naked running across stage at a live event? Why can't we do that? Can we try it? Let's try it. It was so much more enjoyable. And quite frankly, no one left a streaking moment with the fucking bump that dude had on his head. Or his arm contorted in such a way. Like, are we really trying to play those games, y'all? If you don't like a comedian, just get naked and run across the stage.
And preferably not even on the stage.
No, I mean,
Embarrass
that's
yourself
at
in the
least kind of funny. Let's start like making like passive statements that are like, you know, a little bit more intriguing. You know what I'm saying?
If you're naked, you're less of a threat. Like if you're naked with visibly nothing in the hands, I don't think the security guards are going to tackle you or take you all the way down. They'll probably just push you off the stage.
See, that's what you think. But then also, like, have you seen Eastern Promises?
No.
There's a fucking knife fight in a locker room where everyone's naked as fuck. Because I always thought that too. It's like, oh no, you get naked, you're crazy, no one's touching you. But it's like, if a dude wants to get violent, he don't give a fuck. Like, he'll strip down too.
But I'm saying if you're the performer,
right?
I'm performing, I'm more comfortable if a naked guy's storming the stage because I can visibly see there's nothing in his hands coming at me. And the fly in this room is driving me bonkers.
I know, it's like, it's so rude that there would be a fly right now, like of all times.
And he will not stop.
There's a time and a place, fly. This is our streaker. We got a fly streaker. God, nobody's safe. Even in an audience-free podcast, we're getting fucking stage jived. What is it called? Just rushed? What else are we doing here? Oh, Khloe Kardashian reacts to Tristan Thompson's reconciliation on the Hulu show.
And see, I was ahead of my time. I knew that she must have been feeling something reliving, watching him try to finesse his way back into her life. Mm-hmm. And so now she's tweeting about watching these scenes where she's trying to make it work with him. And this is just going to cause a fight between us. But he literally tweeted when in real time, not now that the show's going, but you don't deserve the heartache and humiliation that I've caused you. And the opposite end of humiliation in my mind is embarrassment.
No,
and so I'm not saying
that's the same thing. It's not the opposite end. Humiliation.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But you were saying Khloe shouldn't be embarrassed. I agree. She shouldn't be embarrassed. No, I'm saying
she is embarrassed, but I want society to flip the switch on that shit and make Tristan Thompson mortified for being the cunt that he is.
As he should be.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. We're saying the same thing.
But you fought with me for 20 minutes.
No, I know that she's
previously.
embarrassed, and I'm saying she should not be.
Okay.
So glad you felt the need to bring that up.
You were the one that
You're lucky it's your birthday.
You put it
It's your birthday.
What did you think putting it on the document was
Girl,
gonna do?
You put the Tristan quote on the document.
Because you put this link and
I'm going to get naked and fucking rush your stage right now.
No, I'm looking through the link and I'm like, there's nothing happening except for Khloe acting in the way I would act had I let a fuckboy back into my life. Although I understand why she did. She has a child with the man. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Chriselle Strauss is out in these streets wilding out.
With new lover, G-Flip.
Never heard of her before this. This is great publicity for G-Flip.
G-Flip is a they, them.
Oh, did I say otherwise?
Yeah, but it's okay.
I'm sorry. I did know that they're a they, them.
Right.
Because I watched the Selling Sunset reunion, and it's just a complete 180 from anything I was expecting from Chriselle's future.
Right, like a 27-year-old?
Because she was all or nothing with Jason. You're either going to have a child with me or there's no free fun dating. So they broke up because of that, and now she's dating G-Flip, who is a rock star traveling the world, living
27.
their best life, and it's nothing but casual. So maybe it's just her rebound. Maybe Chriselle has just turned a new leaf in that.
Or maybe Chriselle's pregnant.
With herself, like, you know.
No, I'm just kidding. I gotta stop doing that. I keep saying people are pregnant on this podcast like I know anything. I don't. I'm sorry. That's rude.
But I was literally Maya. I don't think you watched the reunion yet.
I did. I watched it a little bit while I was making my chili yesterday.
I was Maya when I found out. Did you see Maya's reaction?
No, because I'm listening to it like in chopping. But...
Chriselle's talking about how she's dating G-Flip, and Maya's just like... And then they're showing photos, and
she gets a vacant stare and a snarl lip.
I don't know. It's just like the biggest plot twist of all time to me.
Like, who could have seen it coming? I actually learned a lot on TikTok. I didn't know Chriselle was dating Mr. Schuster from Glee, and then he supposedly cheated on her with Leah Michele. Like, Chriselle has a fucking hard, dark-seated dating history.
Yeah. I guess so. I didn't know the Glee thing either.
Yeah.
And then, but the This Is Us star and...
A guy who was on The Bachelorette.
And she dated one of her Dancing with the Star. I think she's just out here trying to navigate her way through life. Like, I'm not shaming anyone for dating.
No.
I think you should date as much as you want. In my 20s, I dated a lot. Just people weren't following my life.
Right.
And I just didn't expect this one.
Yeah, it's a shocking turn of events. But also, go ahead, say what you're going to say.
They're out here making out at the Abbey in West Hollywood. Chriselle's tattooing their leg.
Yeah, Chriselle tattooed their leg.
And that's what I mean. It's just...
Wow. It's like, didn't Courtney do that to Travis?
I don't know.
Wow, that's an indication of a real serious fucking situation.
See, I don't know if it is, though.
Because these people are just tatted.
Yeah, like the Pete Davidsons of the world.
Dude got branded to prove a point.
But was it proving a point, or does he just tattoo everything that happens in his life?
Yeah, it's not.
At this point, it's like...
Did you see that TikTok of Kim telling him to take off his double hat?
No.
There's a TikTok going around of her at the Ripley's, believe it or not, where everyone's like, this is so cute. Like, Dave's wearing 2 fucking hats, and Kim's like, take your 2 fucking hats off so that this doesn't embarrass mommy. And I'm just like, she's talking to him like a child. Why are we all pretending like this relationship seems super chill and great? Because if anybody spoke to me in the tone that she's talking to him, it's just like...
How about the fact, did you read the article that came out with Ray J this week?
No, what?
Talking about how the original sex tape was a deal between
Chris brokered
Kim,
it.
and Vivid with Ray J, and that it had been calculated from the very beginning. And he said, I played along to go along because it was what I had agreed to do, but now that it's the forefront again of this and tarnishing my name and career,
like enough is enough.
I'm not gonna just sit back and watch as this happens. And he actually released some of his DMs with Kim with one of these outlets, and Kim's not denying it. She's just saying, like, I'll make sure to set the record straight and say that you weren't actively out again. I don't have the exact quotes in front of me, but Kim's not denying it. She's just like trying to make Ray J not mad while still navigating her through line. So there's that.
There is that.
I mean, I think half the world already thought it was a fabricated thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't care.
Me either.
Yeah, I feel like everybody fucking cares about this shit, and I just don't.
Well, if I was Ray J, I think I would care.
If I was Ray J, I would care. And like, I do think this is kind of funny though, but there's like a late night interview where Courtney and Kim are there, and someone brings up the tape. I don't remember who the host was at the time, but Courtney's like, if she was going to do it for publicity, she would have done it with someone who's famous. Which is such a sick burn. Like, that shit is
but so they both, I mean, I don't know if either of them were super famous at the time.
No one was super famous at the time.
And the reason I feel okay talking about it on the podcast is because they make it the center line of this new season.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something they have creative control. They knew that the cameras were rolling when they were talking about this, knowing the world was going to talk about this, knowing they were putting it in the premiere episode to get the world talking about it. So I just don't feel bad commentating on it.
No, not even a little bit.
No. Okay, you added this one. I have no idea what's going on.
I mean, we can skip it. It's the least interesting one.
Okay, a few rapid fires before we get to advice, though, because we do have to do advice, though, today.
Okay, big news. JoJo and Kylie are back together. Love wins, people.
I never know which ex is which with
It's
JoJo.
her only ex.
No, there was a string of 3 different girls at some point,
This
I believe.
is the only ex that's ever fucking mattered in the fandom.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And they're back, like, officially official?
Yeah, they're back. Like, posted on Instagram, fucking married, matching tattoos. They're both pregnant. Like, this is the most official relationship that's
pregnant.
ever been.
Oh my God.
None of what I just said is true.
All is well. All is well.
But they are back. They are back. They're at fucking Disneyland. JoJo's like, if you set it free and love comes back, it's a boomerang. No, I made that up too. That's not what
I'm shook. Oh my gosh.
I'm out of control. Take this platform away from me. I can't stand it anymore. I'm holding it's like the power is too much for one little ginger to hold.
And the world's a good place for JoJo Siwa. I think she's about to be a judge on Dancing with the Stars. I don't think that's aired yet, right?
No.
She's like becoming really mainstream Hollywood.
Not Dancing with the Stars. So you think you can dance?
Yes.
Dance. Is it so you think you can dance US, or is it like a foreign? Sick. Good for her. Then I wanted to talk about really quickly the TikTok Chella Crambusters.
Okay.
Oh man, but I don't know it well enough to like appropriately plug it. But basically there's this girl, right? She's at Coachella. This guy's like, hey Ma, let me talk to you. And she's like, I don't want to talk. He's like, I'm gonna make her talk to me. Robs her. steals her fucking purse, steals out of her purse her cell phone, her credit cards, the keys to her rental car, and like she literally is butt fucked because of all the shit that he took from her. She gets in a Uber ride. The Uber driver's like, "What's up, girl? Like, what happened?" His name is Raul. I don't remember her name. And she's like, "Yo, this guy fucking robbed me." The two of them get together. They get coffee. They get margaritas. They start piecing the shit together. They figure the guy's name out. They find his Airbnb. They call the fucking cops. They storm his place to get her shit back. They don't find the shit. The cops are like, "Sorry, we can't really help you." But she and Raul, she figures out, Raul shares with her that his daughter has fucking cancer. His dad has fucking cancer. They're both in this like, they're both seeking treatment for it right now, which is wildly expensive. He's from Fresno and drove all the way down to Coachella to make extra money.
To steal things?
No, this is the Uber driver, the hero of the story.
Sorry, I was having a hard time following. I zoned out for a second.
It doesn't matter. Forget about everything about that rancid man that stole from her. Now we're talking about Raul and his family struggles.
Okay.
Anyways, this young woman starts a GoFundMe to help pay for his daughter's cancer treatment because he drove from Fresno to Coachella to make extra money to afford it because it's expensive. As a mother of a French bulldog with cancer, I can also say that shit is fucking expensive. And she raised over $100,000 to help him with his father and his daughter's cancer treatments.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, his father has since passed away, so some of that is going to pay for his funeral service. But I thought that this would be, you know, a good time to plug that GoFundMe.
It's
because
still live?
Yeah, I believe the GoFundMe is still live, and the daughter is still needing treatment. It's ongoing, and you know, it would be a huge blessing, I think, for a great man to contribute to that.
Yeah, and I'll donate today as well. We'll leave the link in the description section below of the audio and the video for the YouTube.
But yeah, I just thought that was fucking epic. That was everything. And I also wanted to know, what's that?
No, you said TV reviews.
Are you watching Staircase?
No, I'm so behind because I haven't watched the documentary first.
Don't. It's much more engaging if you don't know what's coming.
Well, I mean, I know that the person gets pushed down a staircase.
Yeah, it's much more engaging if you don't know what's coming. Do not watch the documentary.
But is the show good? Is the show better than the documentary? Because I've heard a lot of, like, the amount of my friends in real life that have told me that the Netflix documentary is just jaw-droppingly amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know, is the series gonna own or live up?
I put the show on to fall asleep to and wound up until 2 a.m. watching all 3 episodes.
Oh, wow.
Could not fall asleep to it.
See, I begged Shane to watch it with me the other night, and he was like, I know the story.
Exactly. But you don't know the story, and I'm telling you, it's a lot more fucking insane than you know.
Okay, I'll watch that first. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching. And then are you watching We Crashed?
Of course I am. Here's the thing. I finally
Of course
started,
I am.
Well, no, it's been months. Like, it's been out for months.
Oh, you fuck with Anne Hathaway. I forgot about that. But that's why you're watching it.
I love Anne Hathaway. And so the trailer was bad. Like, I'm just going to flat out say the trailer was bad, and that's why it took me so long to get here. But now here we are, and oh, am I enjoying the ride. I love it. But I also don't know the We Crash story. I know there's been a documentary, but
which I heard was a snooze fest.
I heard that too. And if you already know the story, it might not be as enticing, but I just feel like I don't know if it's at Dropout level, but it has that same sort of intrigue because I didn't know the whole Theranos story leading up to, like, I knew some headlines, but I just think it's really fun. I think Jared Leto's really good in it. Speaking of,
No, we're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
We admitted too many faults already. There are some things that we're just never going to have to talk about because it's like, duh, we know, we get it. That wasn't Jared Leto.
But to be fair, the publication we took it from had also thought it was Jared Leto, which
everybody
is why I took
fucking thought it was Jared Leto.
Wow.
Which is so funny because I was then seeing Jared Leto in like this twinning outfit at the Met Gala. And I was like, that dude had 2 crazy looks. How did he change into that so fast? Cool.
Okay, well,
never thought I could have been wrong though.
No, never. Today's podcast is sponsored by Upstart. It can be hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel when you have high interest debt, and sometimes it can be even harder to ask for help. And that's where Upstart comes in. Upstart powered personal loans can help you pay down high interest debt all online with simple and easy to understand payment terms. Upstart has helped over 1.8 million customers on their path to financial freedom, whether that's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, even refinancing your car. Upstart can help you get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. You can check your rate in minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000 without impacting your credit score. You can even receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. Don't wait and check out your rate today at upstart.com/thesip. That's upstart.com/thesip to check your rate today. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and other certain information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/thesip. Let's get into
Advice, though.
Okay, so because it's sandwiched between both of our birthdays, we got a birthday inquiry for advice, though. So I thought it was fitting for the timing. Do you want to read them?
Sure. I only say it like that because I don't have my glasses on, so
I can.
No, I got this. I
Okay.
just need to follow along with my finger and really focus. Pray for her, and I'll pray for you, and you'll pray for me, and Chris is praying too. Sorry, when the caffeine hits. Hey, I'm not sure if it's too late to email this, but I wanted to talk about my own situation / get advice on it. Okay, so my birthday was on Monday, May 1st, and my husband completely dropped the ball on it. He didn't plan anything, nor did he have the kids do anything, plan anything. I went to work, I got home, and everyone was asleep. He says I'm overreaching, but I think I'm not. What do you think? Also, a week before my birthday, I saw that his boss had texted him what I thought was suggestions on what to get me. But now that my birthday passed and I didn't get anything, I realized there might be something else there. I don't know what to do or feel any takes. First of all, yeah, that blows ass. Like, I've had everyone forget my birthday, but my husband didn't.
Well, and that was during coronavirus. Like, when we were so scared.
To be fair, like a lot of I don't want to sound awful, like I've let it go, but like I was on a few group chats and I was like about to be like, it's my birthday, like literally texting it, and someone was like, my aunt just died of COVID, and I was like, well, we're gonna let this year go. We're gonna let this year go. But
this year,
and still my husband celebrated my birthday.
Oh, and if you guys were just dating and had no kids, I would say leave the man.
I mean, so here's the sus ass thing. Like, you're saying a week before my birthday, I saw that his boss had texted him. So where did you see this text? Are you going through your husband's phone? Do you feel compelled to go through his phone on a regular basis? Is there a bigger trust issue?
Or was the iPad just open and you happened to be playing Candy Crush and
it was
saw
like,
the message come down?
Yeah, like I want to know what's going on there, because if you don't trust this dude. And also, what a fucking weird ass thing to talk to your husband about buying your mistress, or to talk to your boss about buying your mistress a birthday gift. I just feel like confront this bitch on all fucking fronts.
Yeah, and I think what you said overreaching, but I think you meant overreact. Your husband thought you're overreacting and being sad. I think if I came home to no birthday acknowledgement and the family was asleep after I had been working all day,
I'd scream cry.
Yeah, I would be upset too. I think if he thinks you're overreacting, the best way to go about it is to approach him in a way that doesn't feel like you're attacking him, rather showing him. I get that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to do too.
I
but
think
obviously he's not responding.
Right. So
He's
maybe you
going on
need
the
to react
defense.
bigger.
No.
Maybe you need to set this fucking house on fire. Have you tried setting the house on fire yet? Because you could set the house on fire.
I would just explain to him, though, how much it hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
And then if he is still not taking, I mean, because it doesn't even take something huge. I'm not a big birthday person either, but I want to feel like somebody had thought about me. Like, I want Shane to get me a card, if not anything, and wake up and say, like, happy birthday. I love you so much.
Yeah.
And that doesn't take much effort or money to do something like that. And so that's probably where he's missing the
This
mark.
shit was $6 on Amazon.
And if he doesn't, yes. I
And
mean,
it came in 24 hours.
Look at this. And if he's not taking that to heart, then you set the house on fire. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think having a frank discussion with him, explaining, I saw this conversation, it stressed me out. You blew me off on my birthday. That fucking hurt. What is up? Because all my intuition is tingling and none of it is in a good way.
Yeah. And even more so. We don't have enough information on the text to his boss, but I think that's something you definitely need to get to the bottom of, because you can't just be hanging on in a relationship that you're suspicious and the gap's growing between you guys because of it. You need to address it for sure.
You need to address it. You want to read this next one?
Yeah. Hi there. I need advice on my current situation. My kids and I separated
My kid's dad.
Let me see.
Oh. Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday, dear Ryland. Happy birthday to you. Gotcha.
You really did get me. I literally didn't see it coming. Chris turned off the light and I was like, what is going on?
Oh.
This is the cutest cake ever. Oh my gosh. I love it.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. And the only reason I looked up is because I didn't know if I was reading the right advice or not.
Well, that's why I had you read the next one so you'd be distracted reading.
Let's see the cake.
I love it so much. Look at how cute this is. Thank you guys.
You're very welcome.
I love this birthday celebration.
Oh, how sad that this literally came after that advice, though.
Oh.
This is what you deserve, girl. Fucking get you a man who does this shit.
You know what? We need to send you a cake.
We're just sending her a cake.
Reply with your email or reply to that message with your address, please.
Yeah.
Let me see which other one I wanted to do.
Hi, I'm 27 and have been newly engaged. Oh, I remember this. And have been newly engaged to the man I met 6 years ago. We have a house and a little fur family. We are close to each other's families and are planning our wedding for this upcoming winter. On the surface, it looks like we have everything figured out, but I feel like I'm making the biggest mistake of my life. I don't think I truly love this man like I have loved others in the past. Intimacy is 0 out of 10 after dozens of conversations on how to fix things or what the other person needs. And I feel like he prioritizes trivial things over quality time. I'm not the type of girl who needs 24/7 attention, but it'd be nice to at least 2 to 3 times a week. I find myself thinking about my past relationships or situationships and constantly thinking I made the wrong choice. I love what we have built, but can I really throw my happiness out for comfort? Tell me if I'm an awful person. Thanks.
This might be the worst position to be in.
Yeah. I mean, it's also like, how close are you to your wedding? Do you need to step away and figure out whether or not this is truly a situation where you are unhappy with this man, or do you have cold feet?
Yes.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And is the somewhat mundane life that you're living actually wonderful? You're just afraid or reflecting on like
The death of single life.
yeah, flings that were romanticized in the past. I think before anything, you really need to sit and meditate on what you have in front of you and how devastated you would be if you lost your partner altogether. Because I'm in this position, like I'm really close to, I'm not in the position that I'm not in love with Shane, but I'm saying if I wasn't in love with Shane, like we have like animals together, our families are close, we're intertwined, we live together. So if I didn't think that he was my person, I would be sick to my stomach, throwing up at all times, because I just like, it would be awful to have built something for 6 years with somebody and know that I needed to make an escape.
Yeah, I also think love has seasons, and like the longer you're with someone, you realize the variation between each season. So it's like, you know, there's a honeymoon phase to everything.
Yeah.
Like not just relationships, everything. And you know, passion ebbs and flows, but it also like it comes back. It always comes back.
Yeah, and marriage is a lifelong choice. It's like it's a binding contract to say that we're going to stay together, stick with each other through the times that maybe aren't as passionate in life. So I think you just have to ask yourself if he's your best friend, if you're stimulated mentally with him, and if you enjoy what you have together.
Yeah, I also think that sexual attraction is real. You know what I mean? Like, I think that that's a chemical thing that you can't control. But I also believe that sometimes, depending on your age and, you know, your physical health, your sexual libido or whatever can also be complicated or diminished.
Yeah.
So if he's not 100% well, that could also be a reason why he's not sexually, you know, coming at you.
Yeah, and I would think, remember back to why you got this far in the relationship with him, and really make a pros and cons list, because I'm not saying to stay in a relationship that you're not fulfilled in, because I don't think you'll be your best you or live a good life if truly the choice is that you need to leave him. But I would really make a pros and cons list in your head and try to make the best decision you can, because...
And be honest with him and be kind to him. Be honest with him and be kind to him and be kind to yourself.
I wish you the best, and we're about to run out of space on our memory card, but thank you so much for joining this birthday edition of The Sip. Thank you guys so much. This is everything, and I can't wait to go eat my cake.
You don't get to eat the cake.
If you guys want to follow us on social media, we're at The Sip Official. We're also on there personally. We love you so much. Thanks for watching and supporting our show. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
And that's The Sip.
I'm still recovering, okay?
All right, I'm going to take this cake and go. Bye.